Minnesota Vikings versus the Washington Commanders. Post game live celebration. Things is looking good right now. I'm so happy and proud of this team um, for the way they played today against the Commanders, how they shut them out, how they all three phases of this team, special teams, offense, and defense came through. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Did I expect them to win 30-0? No. I did 31-0. No, but I did expect them to win this game. I thought it was gonna be a beatdown. I said 30-17, and I underestimated them because I didn't think that. Now I know our defense is very good, but the way our defense dominated the Commanders offense. And let me say this about Jaden Daniels, man. He struggled, and the Commanders offense struggled the whole entire game. That's why they didn't score no points. Hope the best for Jaden Daniels. I know he got hurt. I'm not sure what his injury is, but prayers to him and prayers to Zach Ertz also got hurt. So that's another guy was I don't know what happened. He got tackled wrong. His knee went a certain way. I'm not a doctor. I don't know exactly what the injury is, but our prayers to both of them, Jaden Daniels and Zach Ertz. That was a shame to see and witness that. But I will say this as a big time Minnesota Viking fan. Hey, listen, this is a good start in the right direction. This is a very good start in the right direction because at the end of the day, it's any given Sunday. Bad teams beat good teams, and good teams struggle against bad teams sometimes. It happens. It happens like that all the time. But what I will say is when you dominate the time of possession, the way the Vikings did in this specific game, you're going to win a lot more games than not. When you dominate the time of possession, 34 minutes and 52 seconds compared to 25 minutes and 8 seconds to the Commanders. So that right there is amazing. That means that your offense is on that football field and it's not just a 3 and out. They went on a how many play drive? It was a 7-play drive on the first time then they got a touchdown. 7-play drive that went 61 yards for a TD. It was an 18-yard pass to Josh Oliver, JJ to JO. And that took off 3 minutes and 57 off the clock. That was the first touchdown. The second touchdown for me was even more impressive because they went on a 19-play drive. A 19-play drive for 98 yards. They started at their own 2-yard line and they took off 12 minutes and 1 second off of the play clock. And that was a Jordan Mason 8-yard touchdown run. He ran on the left side, and that was a touchdown run. That was awesome. I was very impressed on that drive. That was my favorite drive. The second time they got a touchdown, I believe it was the second possession they had the ball offensively. That was a 19-play drive for 98 yards. And like I said, that's what you need. You need to go on those long drives to tire out the opposing defense. I love the fact that the play calling was pretty much even for the most part. They ran it just as much as they passed the ball, probably a little bit more. I didn't look at the stats when it comes to that, but I absolutely love it, right? And then when you talk about the third touchdown, right, that they got, it was a 9-play drive for 66 yards. And it was a 2-yard pass for a TD to TJ Hawkinson. Now, that right there was a good play right there. That touchdown made it 31-0, and that was in the fourth quarter with 11 minutes and 26 seconds. We'll see. Oh, you said shout out to my guy TY, shout out to my guy down. What's going on? McCarthy is definitely the answer. I don't know. Oh, you're still not sold. Yeah. We got to see more from him now. One game is not going to determine if he's the answer or not, but I will say this is the right direction. That's all I want to see, progression, and I want to see the Vikings get better game to game. No, I don't know if he's the guy yet. Do I believe he can be the guy? Yes, I believe he can be the guy. I believe that JJ McCarthy can absolutely be the guy. My only thing is this: consistency, play calling, consistency, play calling. I do love the fact that JJ McCarthy was very efficient with his throws. Also, I will say that the play calling, like I said, I keep going back to play calling because it's so important. The play calling was amazing the whole entire game. There wasn't no real questionable plays. Like usually there's like a questionable play, but this whole entire game I didn't really question anything. I was like, oh, this is some good play calling throughout the whole entire game. He said you played a broken team. Yeah, we did play a broken team, but it's still a professional team. We still won. It could have been worse if we would have lost. You get what I'm saying? I don't care. We could play against a team that didn't win any games. We could play against it. It doesn't matter. A win is a win at the end of the day. When the Vikings are broken down and the teams beat our team, what does it matter if they beat us? It doesn't matter. They beat us. It still counts as a dub. You can't say, oh, well, he won, but it was a broken team, so it's a half of a win. It still counts as a win, as if you beat a good team or a bad team. You play who you play on the schedule, and any given Sunday, anything can happen. The worst team can beat the best team. So it doesn't really matter if we win against a broken down team, a team that's struggling. We're struggling as well. We are 4-8. So what does that really mean anything? We have a quarterback that hasn't played good pretty much all season. What does it really mean? We have a coach that hasn't been the best when it comes to play calling. So what does it really mean? We went against a bad team and we're a bad team and we're the better team. But even if we were a playoff team and we beat a bad team 31-0, that's still a good win because it still counts as a dub. I'd rather win against a bad team than lose against a bad team. This game is what a young quarterback needed. Exactly. That's why it means a little bit, but I don't like the McCarthy should build on this. Yes, McCarthy definitely should build on this, and I think he will build on this. This was a very good game by JJ McCarthy and this offense in general. When you talk about rushing yards, let me just say it again. We had 162 rushing yards today, y'all. Like, that is a big deal. 162 rushing yards is a big deal. And we had 151 passing yards, but it's just the amount, like, when it comes to JJ McCarthy and what he did, he was accurate, he was efficient with his passes. Some of the times I would love to see JJ McCarthy throw the ball away because sometimes he does hold on to the ball a little bit too long. I just would want him, if it's a dead play, just throw the ball away. Live to fight another down. You know what I mean? But overall, I think JJ McCarthy had a pretty darn good game. He was 9 of 11 for 99 yards. Oh, no, that's not. No. Yeah. Huh? Hold on. Is this the same? No, he had more. What the heck am I looking at? Let me look at something else. This is not it. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. It was he was 16 of 23 for 163 yards. I'm looking at the wrong things. JJ McCarthy was 16 of 23 for 163 yards, 7.1 on average, 3 throwing touchdowns, and no interceptions. He did get sacked 4 times. Part of it was the offensive line's fault, and part of it, I think JJ McCarthy just holds on to the ball too long sometimes. I really do. He has to try to get the ball out of his hands sometimes a little bit more. He definitely improved. He definitely improved. Whether it's a good team or a bad team, he definitely improved. I love what I've seen from JJ McCarthy. And like I said, we can build on this. And I think we got the Cowboys next, I believe. I'm not 100% sure, but we can build on this and get better game to game and progress. We might mess around, beat the Cowboys, because I'm going to tell you this right now. The defense that we have on this team is elite. This defense is elite. So usually, all right, I'm gonna skip that. I'm done watching football for the rest of the season. Oh man, that sucks, man. I know your Bengals lost, but don't do that, bro. It happens. All of our teams lose. I think hit half my prediction. I did call for Cardinals to beat. Oh wow, Vikings fans are good. But yeah. So the one thing I will say is right when it comes to rushing attempts, the Minnesota Vikings rushed the ball more than pass. So we had 23 passes compared to 34 rushes. Now, that is a shocker to me, right? When you think of the Vikings all season long and you think of the Vikings rushing the ball 34 times, that is a shocker. I'm honestly shocked because it's what we've been talking about this whole season. Run the ball with your young quarterback and let him feed off of that run game and feed off that play action. And this is the type of Viking football I was thinking it was going to be for the whole season. I'm not trying to be negative, but I'm going to be honest. I feel like this should have been the play calling the whole entire season. Why wait until week 14 to figure this out? And I'm glad he realized what he was doing and he switched the play calling around. And but my goodness gracious, like this is pretty much the end of the season. So we'll see what happens. Someone did say we had an outside chance of making the playoffs. I would love to make the playoffs. I ain't gonna sit here and lie, but I'm not really thinking about the playoffs. Only thing I'm thinking about is our team getting better offensively every single game. I'm thinking about JJ McCarthy becoming the franchise quarterback that we all need him to be so we can win our first Super Bowl in Minnesota Viking history. All the other stuff, I'm not even really worrying about, to be honest with you. Like, I'm not worrying about the playoffs as much. I've liked Jordan Mason since he was on not the 49ers. My scheme, more schemes for Mason would be a plus. Yes. Mason had a pretty darn good game, to be honest with you. He had 11 carries for 52 yards, 4.7 per carry, and one rushing touchdown. His longest run of the day was 12 yards. Aaron Jones had a fantastic game as well. He had 14 carries for 76 yards, 5.4 per carry, and his longest run of the day was 18 yards. Then you add in JJ McCarthy, and he has wheels on him. He had 6 carries for 19 yards. His longest run of the day was 16-yard carry. And then Xavier Scott had 3 rushes for 15 yards, 5.0 per carry, and his longest run was 10 yards. So we ran the ball successfully, and as a whole, the average of every, the quarterback included, 4.8 was our average per carry, which is very, very good for the Minnesota Vikings. And we got to continue on that path of establishing the run and going and working off the play and working off of the run game, meaning the running back screens, the play action. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Super Hawk, smash that like button if you haven't already. Super Hawk, smash that like button if you haven't already. We are going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us, and I truly feel that way. Salute to everybody that's in the building. He said, did you feel like you think Washington will be a Super Bowl contender in the next year? We're gonna see. The biggest question for Washington Commanders is health. Health. You want to make sure Jaden Daniels is healthy. That is your number one concern right now. The quarterback's the most important position in football, and if you don't have a healthy quarterback, the caliber of Jaden Daniels is going to be very hard. It's kind of like the Bengals. Like, you know how the Bengals, when Joe Burrow goes down, it's kind of like a wrap for the Bengals. They don't have a chance. It's kind of like the same thing with the Commanders. Health-wise, Jaden Daniels went down again in this game. He has to get healthy. I hope the best for him. I don't wish injuries against my opponent. And I hope the best for Jaden Daniels. It sucked to see him not be able to finish this game. I don't know if he hurt his wrist. On that, it was a pick by Andrew Van Ginkel, and I guess I don't know if it was Isaiah Rodgers or one of the Vikings defenders pushed Jaden Daniels. I think he just landed wrong on his wrist, and he looked hurt. He couldn't finish the rest of the game, and that's when Marcus Mariota came into the game. But my whole point is health is the biggest reason why the Commanders are struggling right now. And it's their quarterback at that. So we'll see. They got to get healthy. I feel the Vikings have the worst fans. We just scored 31 points in a shutout, and half of the discourse and JJ sucks, and KLC and Cam needs to be fired. Vikings just need to play to win the game. You know what? I'm not going to come at KLC. I'm not going to come at Crazy right now. But what I will say is I wish that the Vikings would have just, KLC, I wish he would have realized to simplify the offense prior to week 14. But I love the fact that he took accountability and said, maybe I'm doing something wrong. It's very hard for people to admit when they're wrong about something. And for him to admit that he's wrong about having the play call and the way he had it and said, I'm going to simplify it for my quarterback so he can be successful, so we can be successful as a whole. It's night and day. If you look at the numbers for JJ McCarthy, this is his best game of his career. And no, he didn't throw for 300 yards, but the results are still the same, 31-0. Let me say that one more time. 31-0. 3 throwing touchdowns. Very efficient, not one turnover. This is the type of offense that I want to see. It's not going to be like this every game. I understand that. But at the same time, we are moving in the right direction. I don't even listen. We'll see what happens with Quasi. We're going to see how we progress for the rest of the season. My whole thing is this: I don't want to just win regular season games. I want to win a Super Bowl eventually. And right now, I can't say too much right now because we won. But if we would have lost to the Commanders and our offense didn't look good, I would be on the same boat with some Viking fans saying just fire KOC because you're not putting JJ McCarthy in the right position to be successful. But since he did simplify the offense and JJ McCarthy looks pretty darn good, hey, listen, I got nothing but respect for KOC for this specific game. Now we'll go game to game and we'll see what he does next game against the Cowboys, I believe, and the next game for the rest of the season. We'll see. All I want to see is progression, and that's all that matters to me right now. Vikings schedule is nice. Vikings the stretch. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Jaden Daniels going to be legit. I love Jaden Daniels. Yo, what's going on, Chris? For real. Good win. Yup, good win. Great win. 100%. I just hate how some of us are calling for their heads when they had an amazing game. Yeah, I think it's more. I don't think it's just like. I think it's like this. The season's been. You got to be real. Like be honest, right? Not be real, but be honest. The season hasn't been the best, and I think a lot of Viking fans are just fed up. A lot of them are just like, "Yo, this is one of the worst defenses in the game, right?" And I think that they're saying to themselves, when we go against the real teams, like I'm not talking about real teams, when we go against like a better team that's, you know what I mean, can we stand up? Will they be consistent offensively? And I think a lot of people are just like, dang, we're 5-8 now. So they're just thinking to themselves like, man, we don't have a chance. We went from a 14 win season to the season we have now. So I mean, I get what you're saying, but you have to understand where they're coming from as well. There's a middle ground somewhere. You know what I mean? See, where I'm at right now, I'm in that middle ground. I'm not saying to fire them at this very moment because they're not going to anyway, especially after a good win like this. But I will hold them accountable if they can't keep this up. Not exactly like this, but I just want to see JJ McCarthy progress. And I'm not going to sit here and lie. I feel like Quasi, some of his picks were good, some of his picks were bad. His free agency, getting players off from free agency, like Eric Wilson was a terrific pickup. I think Isaiah Rodgers was a good pickup. The last offseason in 2024 with Andrew Van Ginkel and Blake Cashman and Andrew Van Ginkel, Blake Cashman, Jonathan Gennard, by far great pickups. But we just need him to be more consistent in the draft. But right now, I feel like Viking fans are just kind of like, they're confused. They're just tired. I feel like they're just confused and tired because it's just like, yo, how it go from what it was for the first few games to now. You get what I'm saying? I think that's what it is. But yeah, this was a good win. Overall, this was a fantastic win by the Minnesota Vikings. And the Minnesota Vikings deserve to win this win. When you shut out a team, it's very hard to shut out a team. It's very hard to beat a team by 31 points. So we got to give credit when credit is due. But shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button if you haven't already, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We are going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. And I truly feel that way. You know, a lot of people are getting back to the Vikings. a lot of people, including myself, my mindset is what took so long? You know what I mean? My mindset is what took so long for you to realize this. I'm not outside looking in. I'm not in the locker room. So I'm not going to know every little thing. But I tell you one thing, I was one of the people that was saying it's the play calling, it's the play calling, it's the play calling. For us to look this good right now, it took us this long. I just don't like it. I really don't. I don't like it because it's just like I feel like we should have a lot more wins right now. I think this team is way better than what our record says, and that's just my opinion. This isn't the way, yeah, but we'll see what you mean. What you mean, RMJ? When you mean what you mean? This isn't the way to help. What do you mean by that? Tell me what you mean by that. What you mean by that? All right, now let's get to some of the other statistics today in today's game. Jaden Daniels got shut out by one of the best defenses in the game. He was 9 of 20 for 78 yards, 3.9 on average, and one interception. And that one interception is the play where he got hurt. Um, Defense was outstanding. I just made a short. I said, yo, is the Vikings a top 10 defense or are they actually a top 5 defense? And I think we are. Well, good win. 100 just. You can't even talk without what? What are you talking about? I'm not sure what you're talking about, RM. I'm not even sure what you're talking about. But our defense top 5 was, man, I think our defense is a top 5 defense, to be honest with you. For them to shut out this team, I understand they're struggling. Scary Terry was not scary to me. He was not scary. You're not even. I'm not. I'm not even talking. What are you talking about? Let me get you. Let me just get you out of here. And yeah, let me get you out of here. But yeah, shout out to everybody that's in the building. So we got yeah, we shut out Scary Terry. He had 3 catches for 41 yards, and he really didn't do anything. He really didn't do anything. He really didn't do anything. JJ to JJ all day. Yeah, I wanted to see that a little bit more. JJ, Justin Jefferson had 2 catches for 11 yards. It's not I just don't know what to do with that, man. We won 31-0, and he only had 2 catches for 11 yards. It's honestly, it's kind of crazy to me, to be honest with you. We went in 31-0. You would expect Justin Jefferson to have 100 plus receiving yards, and he had only 11 receiving yards in the whole entire game. He got targeted 4 times, 2 catches for 11 yards, and that was it. That was absolutely it. That's crazy work. Yeah, but yeah, Danks, yeah, JJ to JJ was a I wish we could have seen. I was hoping to see the gritty in the end zone, but we didn't get to see that opportunity. We didn't get to see that opportunity. But getting back to like our defense, how we kind of shut down this offense. Not even like what did they do rushing yards? I'm trying to see. All right, so it did have 107 rushing yards, 23 carries for 107 rushing yards altogether. Average 4.7 a carry. But they couldn't really rush the ball because we were beating them by so many points, so they didn't want to waste the time off that clock. But we just dominated in every way. We had 2 interceptions. Andrew Van Ginkel had an interception. Harrison Smith had an interception, and also a fumble and a fumble recovery by Hargrave. He got the recovery fumble. And let's get back to what I was saying earlier, though. That 19 play drive, I'm still stuck on that play, that drive, that possession, offensive possession. Because I haven't seen the Vikings go on a 19 play drive and finish with a touchdown all season long. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen the Minnesota Vikings go on a 19-play drive and score a touchdown. And they took 12 minutes and 1 second off the clock. It's crazy. Crazy. I was like surprised. I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, what in the world's going on? But I loved it. I loved every second of that. That drive was my favorite drive all season long. That was my favorite drive all season long. But yes, top 3. Might ask you for a trade. Might ask you for, yeah, he might. Yeah, listen. I don't know if Justin Jefferson is going to ask for a trade or not, but I'll tell you one thing. For him to only have 2 catches for 11 yards, I don't know, man. I don't know how long he's going to tolerate this. I don't know. And we won the game, and I'm still saying that because it's just like when you think of a beatdown, right? And we beat the Commanders 31-0. You're thinking not JJ McCarthy. You're thinking Justin Jefferson went off. And it's so far from the truth. Way too far from the truth. Like he had 2 catches for 11 yards. We talking about Justin Jefferson, 2 catches for 11 yards. We still won, which I'm excited about. I'm ecstatic about. I love it, right? But at the end of the day, how are we not able to get the ball to Justin Jefferson a little bit more? And I'm not complaining because I am happy about the win, but there has to be another way we can get the ball to Justin Jefferson. There has to be another way, y'all. There has to be. Has to be. There's no way. Vikings going lucky. All right. Let's go to the Bull. Yes, go to the Bull, brother. Jettas will ask for a quarterback and they will trade for you. Nah, not him. No disrespect to Jameis. Nah. Saquon up for the middle. AJ Brown, deep ball punt. Oh, wow. JJ McCarthy prefers to throw to the tight ends and running backs. Facts. In this game, you're 100% correct. Or Jordan Addison. Lakers into town tonight. Yeah, I heard about that. Yup. Shout out to my guy. Everybody that's in the building, make sure you hit the like button when you come in. Stay a while. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button so we can get this stream out. That's the only reason why I asked to hit the like button so we can get this stream out to more people, like-minded people. But yes, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We are going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. And I truly feel that way. So salute to everybody that's in the building. Justin is going to leave if JJ can't get him the ball. I think so too, bro. I didn't realize how bad it was until I looked at the dang on box score just now. I understand we won this game 31-0, but when your best receiver is only having 2 catches for 11 yards, it's a little iffy, man. It's a little iffy. I might do the game. I mean, I got a lot of stuff going on, but I'm gonna try to do the game for the Sixers and the Lakers. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try my hardest to. But Green Bay Packers 7-0 against the Bears. Jetta should ask for front office to trade for Shadir Sanders. You think so? This game that just passed, I'm not saying that JJ McCarthy is the franchise quarterback. I'm not saying that he is, but this game is proof that with better play calling, your quarterback can look a lot better. They ran the ball more than pass, and JJ McCarthy didn't turn the ball over not one time. And JJ McCarthy threw for 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Just saying. He threw for 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, which is simply amazing. Amazing. Trying to think something real quick. But shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. I truly appreciate y'all, man. Like, thank y'all so much for all y'all support. And listen, I'm gonna say this right now, man. And Ingram in the building. I'm gonna try to do the Lakers game. I got a lot of stuff going on. Nothing crazy, but I got it's really time management. Because when you go from a Viking game and you go to my other channel, it's just a lot. It's a lot of time. So it's very hard to go back and forth. Um, but especially when you have a family and all that. So it's very hard to jump from channel to channel. I do it. I try to do it as much as I can. That's why I haven't been going live for every Sixer game this season like I did last year. But I will start picking it up as much as I possibly can. As long as the family is good. You feel me? But yeah, man, God is good, man. This God is good. God bless everybody that's in the chat. God bless each and every one of y'all. I hopefully y'all have a wonderful day. Hopefully your health is well. And even if your health isn't well, keep God first, keep faith, keep God number one, and things will get better. I truly believe that. But yeah, man, the Minnesota Vikings won this game. And I'm not saying JJ, he's the end all be all, right? He's gonna be the franchise quarterback. But how can you even think about the Vikings being bad right now? How could you even, when it comes to JJ McCarthy right now? I'm just talking about JJ McCarthy. How can you think that JJ McCarthy is a straight up bust? So when he throws for 3 touchdowns, y'all want to still call him a bust? Like, how does that make sense? Let's be real. I just feel like it's more. I think it's just hating. Like, I really feel like it's hating, right? Because it's just like, what can the man do? He hasn't played good consistently all season long. And then when he does play good, people are going to still call him, they're still going to say he sucks. So my whole thing is this. Let's just see what happens for the rest of the season. And if he progresses the way he is for the rest, like this is a stepping stone. This is a game that he can build off of it, right? He can build off of this dub. And if he builds off of this dub, right, how can you be mad? How can he be a bust? The coach even admitted that he's going to simplify the plays, and he did. And you see the results. Will JJ McCarthy play like this every game? I'm not going to say he is. He's not. I'm going to be honest with you. I know he's not. But this is a good start. This is a great start, actually. Let me not even say good. Great. An awesome, fantastic start from what he did in his previous games. This is the best game in JJ McCarthy's career. How can you hate on the dude? How can you hate on him at least for this game alone? How can you hate on him? He did actually pretty decent. Oh, no, not even decent. He did good against the Commanders this game. No, it's not against the Broncos. No, it's not against the Texans. No, it's not against these elite defenses, but you play who you play on the schedule. That's what it is. That's what it comes down to. I'm not saying he's the answer. I'm not going to say he's the answer. I believe in his abilities. I think he can be good, but he's going to have to prove it. And Kevin O'Connor's going to have to keep on being a better play caller. But how can you say the man's a bust this game? I mean, he threw for 3 touchdowns. No turnovers. That's what we want to see. As Viking fans, we want to see progression. We want to see him be better than he has been. In this game right here, I know it's against the Commanders, but still, this was a good game by this dude. What if he was bad against the Commanders? Then we'll definitely be saying it. So when he does good, just give the man a little bit of credit. Just a little bit. Like, hey, listen, keep it up. I'm not saying he's Tom Brady. I'm not saying he's Peyton Manning. I'm not saying he's Joe Montana or Patrick Mahomes and all of them. All I'm saying is this is a good start. This is a good start in the right direction, progression. That's all I asked for. That's all I asked for. But it goes to show you, I kept trying to tell people, it's play calling more than the talent. I said JJ McCarthy has to step his game up with his accuracy. He did a decent job with his accuracy today. He really did. The only negative thing I could say about JJ McCarthy today, if I say anything negative, it's not even really negative. It's just me. This is just me saying, yo, forget about the numbers. Just throw the ball away. Do not take a sack. Do not throw an interception when everybody is covered down the field. Throw the ball away. Just throw the ball away. Unless you can scramble for some yards, do that. But, bro, throw the ball away. Some of the sacks today, he had the time. He honestly had the time to throw it down the field. But he couldn't find nobody. And I don't know if everybody was covered, but he's holding on to the ball too long sometimes. Sometimes. We gave up 4 sacks. Some of it was the offensive line, and some of it was him holding the ball too long. So it's a mixture. But I think that he had a decent game. A decent game. We got the dub. He, as long as McCarthy plays a team with only 3 wins. But a 3-win team can beat a team that has 8 wins. It happened this year. I forgot what team it was. I don't know if it was the Colts. One of these good teams lost to a team that only had like a couple of wins. Some are mad because he did play good. Am I thinking he is just this incredible quarterback? No, but it is a beginning for him. Happy for him. Yes. As Viking fans, we should be happy. It's like, see, this is why I don't get so personal with players. Like, yes, I might have a favorite player, but if my favorite player does bad, hey, listen, I'm calling you out. It is what it is. I'm going to still respect you. I ain't going to say that you are the worst person on earth and call you out your name. But I will keep it real. I'm cheering for JJ McCarthy. Like, whether I'm cheering for him. Good or bad, I'm cheering for him because he's our starting quarterback right now. It would be a major blessing if JJ McCarthy could be the franchise quarterback of this team. And I'm talking about be a very good franchise quarterback. A good / solid, I'm going to say above average. What's a quarterback I could compare him to? I want a Brock Purdy type version, right? Or better. That's what I want. You know what I mean? I want someone that, or possibly better. You know what I mean? Jared Goff type. I don't know. I just want somebody above average that, yeah, he might not be the perfect quarterback. He might not be the greatest quarterback, but he can get the job done, right? And then we just have to build around him, and that goes into the draft, and Kwesi have to draft right, and not even just Kwesi drafting right. We have to develop our talented players. But this is part of developing a young quarterback. I just wish Kevin O'Connell thought about this earlier, but I will give Kevin O'Connell credit. He took he knew what his mistakes were, and he simplified the offense because he tried to give him the whole playbook. Hey, listen, run this like he's a veteran quarterback. No, bro. No. Dallas Cowboys game's going to tell me a lot. Yup. It's just people that need someone to hate that pick on JJ because he's unproven. But this is how you do it. Yeah. And like I said, he going to have to be consistent, try not to turn the ball over. He got to be accurate like he was this game. I love how he played this game. But it's like, how can you hate on this man right now? I just don't understand it. Like, what does he have to do? Does he have to throw for 5 touchdown passes? Does he have to throw for 300 yards a game for people to realize that he's moving in the right direction? This is the best game of his career, y'all. And I know it's not against the best team it's not against the best team. I understand that, but it's still a professional team, and we could have easily lost. Imagine if we lost, what they would say about JJ McCarthy. If he's playing like this and we won and people are still hating, imagine if we would have lost this game. We shouldn't be mad, but we also shouldn't get too. No, we're not going to get excited. We're not going to get too excited, but I'm liking what I'm seeing from JJ McCarthy in this game. I liked what I saw. This is the best overall game in his whole entire career. And guess why? In my opinion, play calling. He still has work to do, and Kelsey has to give him a chance to win. Facts, Mary. 100% facts. McCarthy is still a bottom 5 quarterback. Yeah, of course he is, because he had such a bad games earlier in the year. But since he got the offense simplified, we'll see if he can be consistent. Who do we play next, y'all? Let me just see the schedule, because I really don't know. I think it's the Cowboys, right? I think it's the Cowboys. Yes, the Cowboys, and then we got the Giants. I'm not scared of the Cowboys, y'all. Like I know, look, I'm not saying that I want to win out, but I wouldn't mind winning out and getting to I'm not and getting to the playoffs if that was a possibility. I was about to say Super Bowl. Hey, listen, if it happens, baby. It is what it is, baby. But I'm not scared of the Cowboys. They got a good offense, but their defense is trash. I could see JJ McCarthy torching the Cowboys defense, bro. I could see the JJ McCarthy torching the Cowboys defense. Then we got the Giants. Are you really scared of the Giants? Are you scared of the Giants? I'm being respectful when I said I'm not trying to come at the Giants, but come on, bro. Like, I'm not scared of these teams. Yeah, they still might beat us, but I'm not scared of these teams. Then you got the Lions and then Packers last game. Like, come on, bro. We already beat the Lions. You know what I mean? Anything can happen. And I'm not really talking about players. I just want to see progression. That's all. McCarthy isn't top 40 quarterback in the league. Yeah. We know that handing the ball off is the biggest is his biggest strength. But hey, listen, but he played off of it well, man. We ran the ball like 30-something times compared to 20-something times passing the ball. And if we can do that, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Dallas Cowboys go Cowboys. He said he still has a lot to prove in the next game. He won, so better than previous games. Facts. What I wanted to see was him playing with confidence. Exactly. Same here. And he did. Right direction is good. Facts. Facts, Mary. Right direction is good. That's all we want to see. We're not trying to say that the man is a world beater and there's nothing that he can do wrong, because we're gonna hold him accountable. I wish we had Dak. I like Dak. I do like Dak. Dallas, I believe. Lions and Packers smoke. I think. You think Lions? Yeah, maybe the Packers, but I don't think the Lions. I think we're gonna beat the Lions again. Vikings shouldn't get too excited, but then you gotta keep the same energy when they lose. JJ played pretty good, given what I want to see specifically from him. Cowboys gonna be a big stage. Calm down, JJ. Yeah, we're gonna see. See, this is the best game of JJ McCarthy's career. I'm not saying that the man was Tom Brady. I'm not going that far. I'm not going that far. But what I will say is he's playing better than he has been. In this one game, he showed more in this one game than he showed in every game put together that he played. Consistency, play calling is what we needed. It would have been the same outcome with JJ last week. Yeah. Yeah. I guess the Seahawks. If he would have simplified the offense, we could have got a field goal. We wouldn't have been shut out. Hey, Garcia, I think we would have got at least a field goal against the Seahawks if JJ McCarthy played and he played in the playbook was simplified and we established the run, because we was running on the Seahawks, y'all. The only reason why we couldn't keep running the ball, well, the reason why we stopped because of KOC, and the other reason why, yeah, it was KOC. He didn't want to run the ball for some reason. I don't know. But yeah, I think we would have got at least a field goal. Listen, we would have never got shut out. It wouldn't have been 0 to 26. Hey, listen, bro. We would have scored something. Like, for real. Like, hey, listen, we going to do something. Hey, great win by y'all. Yeah, man, thank you, Garcia. Appreciate you, my guy. Salute to you, bro. Salute to you. Everybody that's in the building, make sure you Super Hawk smash that like button. Super Hawk smash that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We are going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. Whether you a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us, and I truly feel that way. Don't matter if you're poor, doesn't matter if you're rich, doesn't matter if you're whatever, doesn't matter what you look like, doesn't matter if you're from another state, it doesn't matter if you're from another country, doesn't matter if you're from another continent, doesn't matter if you're from another planet. You could be from Venus, you could be from Saturn, you could be from Pluto, you could be from Mars, you could be from the moon, you could be from anywhere, a whole nother galaxy. As long as you got good vibes. You're welcome to this YouTube channel. Everybody's welcome to this YouTube channel. And salute to everybody. All right, he said, Viking fans were already ready to bury him, though. Y'all got to be held accountable for that. JJ ultimately needs to calm down, but I like his demeanor, just mature to understand, to be comfortable. Well, you got to be honest, though. He hasn't played best all season. And for the Viking fans that said he was a bust, I didn't go that far, for me personally. But you gotta understand both sides, though, bro. There's a middle ground. You got the middle ground. I'm gonna give you my opinion, right? I'm middle ground, right? I'm not saying he's a bust, but I'm not saying he's the guy, right? I'm middle ground. I'm both sides. I understand both sides' opinion and perspective because the proof is on that football field. This was the best game that he has played. And you want to know why? I keep saying it. It's the play calling. Kevin O'Connell, in his latest press conference, one of his press conferences, said, I'm going to simplify the offense for my quarterbacks. Why did it take KOC to have that conclusion to the problem when we're in week 14? We're in week 14, and this guy somehow, some way wants to say that and does it. But look at results. He simplified the offense, and look at JJ McCarthy looking so much better. So I give it both sides. Like, I won't say that he's a bust. I'm not going to say that. I'm cheering for the man. I got to give him more than just this season, but I want to see progression. You know what I mean? We want to see him play good. I'm cheering for the guy. I don't want him to be bad. Heck no. Ain't nothing personal to me. I want to win a Super Bowl. I don't care who the quarterback is, but I know the quarterback is the most important position on the team, and I want him to be the best he can be. Because the better that he can be, the better we have a chance to win in the Super Bowl. And if he plays decent like this, and KOC has a good game plan like this, bro, we can do some things. With this elite defense that we have this year, we could listen. The season ain't over yet completely. We have a little probably percentage chance to make the playoffs. A lot of things got to go our way, but like our defense is too good for us to have this record. I feel like we should at least have 8 wins, at least 7 wins. Maybe I'll say 7 wins at least. When you have a top 10 defense, the way we have a top 10 defense, the reason why we have a bad record is because of our offense for most of the season. And it's not just on JJ McCarthy. It is also on KOC. It's mostly on KOC in his play calling, to me, than JJ McCarthy and his talent, because you've seen it. He was making a lot of good throws throughout the game, a lot of accurate throws. He used his feet, bought time with his feet, scrambled for first downs. He also threw for 3 touchdown passes. I mean, this is just not the game to hate on him. If people are hating on JJ McCarthy right now, they're just hating on him because they just don't want him to be the quarterback. How can you hate on a quarterback that threw for 3 touchdowns? I'm not saying he's Tom Brady. I'm not saying he's the franchise yet. I got to see more, and I want to see him progress every game. You know what I mean? I know it's going to be some ups and downs, but at the end of the day, I got to see this more than not. You know what I mean? And right now, when you look at JJ McCarthy, I'm hoping that he was not on social media, because that whole alter ego, man, listen, I don't know. I wish we could just drop that. I wish that didn't even come out, because just be you, bro. Hey, if that's you, then be you. If 9 makes you who you are, bro, be you. But one thing I will say, JJ McCarthy, is you got to make sure you throw the ball away on a dead play. Do not force a throw. Throw the ball away, bro. That's my only knock for this game. Only knock. We destroyed the Falcons, yeah. Mike, should I quit watching football? Don't quit watching. You got to rock with your Bengals, man. I know they probably lost to the Bills, but rock with your team, man. Look, I'm a Viking fan. We scored 6 points in 8 quarters prior to this game when we went against the Packers and the Seahawks. We got shut out against the Seahawks. Our defense is a top 10 defense, and our record right now is 5-8 because we just won today. We're going through the same thing. Y'all don't have a mystery at quarterback. Y'all mystery is y'all dang on defense. If y'all had our defense and we had your quarterback play for the whole season, that's a Super Bowl team. I hate to say that. I hate to say that, but it's true. If the Bengals had the Minnesota Vikings defense, y'all would be a Super Bowl threat this year. Definitely. Bro, what's good? I'm back, bro. Last time I hit you up. Oh, what? Hey, Jose, it's all good, bro. Life is life, bro. Life is life, bro. I'm just happy you back, bro. If McCarthy gets injured again, it's over. Yeah, that is true. It might be over. I hope he doesn't get hurt. But it might be over. Y'all don't know. Shout out to Chris for real. Shout out to Too Evil. Shout out to Mary. Ernie said, I gotta give him more than just this season. Is the most the highlight of what you said. Yeah, I gotta give him more. Everybody needs to give him more than this season. I give him this season and I give him some of next season to see what he can do. Because what you have is already a top 10 defense. You have veteran players like Justin Jefferson. If he's not getting the ball, he's going to ask for a trade. I know the quarterback is more important than a wide receiver, but any quarterback would love to have a wide receiver like Justin Jefferson. And if he's not being, you have a better chance of passing, you have a better chance of winning getting the ball to Justin Jefferson than any other wide receiver on this team. And he's not getting the ball. And I'm not taking none away from this win because I love what we did this game. And this is his best game of his career. I'm not hating on none of that. But what I am saying, when you say I got to give him more than just this season, is the highlight of what you said. I mean, I guess if that's how you feel, I mean, that's just a normal conclusion. I mean, why would I give up on him this season? I don't understand. Either way, you have no choice but to believe in pretty much everyone you currently have employed on the roster. That's true. I mean, I don't have to believe in them. I don't have to believe in them if the results aren't going to get us wins. I can cheer for them, but I don't necessarily have to believe in what the organization's been doing. Like, you got to look at it like this. Just because you have certain players on this team that are employed, like you say, which is true, because they work for the Vikings, doesn't mean I have to be on their side even when they're not playing good. That's just not how I am. That's not how I'm wired. Say, for example, if my coworker that I'm working with and they have a responsibility to do something, like for instance, right, I'm in a kitchen, I work in a kitchen, right? And we're cooking for elders. And the responsibility for my coworker is to cook desserts, cook pies, cook cakes, sugar-free cakes, sugar-free pies, and they have to be done in a certain manner and put in on the plate and look decent. And they don't do their job to the best ability, and it looks sloppy. The pies are burnt, and it looks like it's disgusting because you eat with your eyes before you eat with your mouth. I'm not going to just be like, oh, they're employees, so I got to just stand by them. No, I'm not. I'm going to say, you're not doing a good job, and you need to step your game up, because I don't want my grandmom or my grandpa eating some burnt stuff. It's the same thing with football. I know that's kind of, the same thing with football. Just because the Vikings hire these dudes and sign these dudes, and if they're not playing at the rate that I want them to play, listen, bro, I'm going to talk about it. Fans need to understand. You don't have to agree on what other fans say. Just agree to disagree. But I'm not the type of fan that's going to look at this team just because they drafted them or signed them or signed or drafted. I'm just going to be like, all right, no matter what, I'm just going to believe in them. No. I'm going to cheer for them. And then if I see that there's nothing going to change and we keep losing, bro, I'm going to say what I have to say. They got it. Listen, we trying to win a Super Bowl. At the end of the day, we've been to the Super Bowl 4 times. We ain't never win one. And I'm not going to be a Viking fan to be the sugarcoater and say, oh, well, since we drafted J.J. McCarthy 10th overall and he's our quarterback and he hasn't improved for this rest of the season and even next season, I'm going to have to just sit here and just be like, yeah, J.J. McCarthy. I'm just using him as an example. Or Kevin O'Connell. Yeah, he's the greatest coach, but he's not. His play calling is just not good. I'm just going to just believe in him. No, I'm going to say what I have to say and say JJ McCarthy might not be the guy, and Kevin O'Connell, he might not be the guy. Whether I have the power to make something happen, I don't got the power to make it happen, though. I don't got the power to say, hey, to the owners and say, yo, you need to fire Kevin O'Connell right now, and they do it. I don't got that type of power, but I will speak on it. If we don't do better, especially next season, bro, we have all the right to. That's what makes us fans. We have all the right to say, oh, well, we need to change something. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. He got you're good too, Evil. Everybody feels ups and downs about the team, but like I said, man, I don't got nothing bad to say about JJ McCarthy in this game. JJ McCarthy played his best game of his career, and I got nothing bad to say about JJ McCarthy. He was really good. Not even pretty. I'm gonna say really good this game. No, I'm not saying he threw. It doesn't matter about the statistics. It matters about the dang on dub, in my opinion, and no turnovers. The man didn't throw for one interception. He didn't fumble the ball. He was pretty darn good. He was really good, I mean. And yeah, that's all. I mean, but he has to be consistent, and the play call has to be consistent. Do you force a throw it away? Do not force a throw it away. That's the type I'm looking for in JJ. If his non-character is how he turns up in between the lines to have that ultimate confidence, then that's him, bro. I mean, if he does it, yeah, I just hope he doesn't throw for a pick six. That's all I'm saying. If that's what makes him play better, so be it. But if that non-alter ego comes out and he's forcing a bad throw and it goes for a pick six, I want you to keep that same energy. Don't say nothing about it. Be like, all right, he did it. The 9 came out and it equaled a pick six. So just keep that same energy. I'm not saying for him not to be himself, right? I'm not saying for him not to be himself, but at the same time, sometimes it's good to live to fight another day. You don't have to force it. Throw the ball away. It's okay. The most elite quarterbacks of all time throw the ball away when they have to, when it's a dead play. It's okay. Because what you don't want to do is put your defense in a bad situation where you throw an interception and maybe it might not be a pick six, but you're on your side of the field and then your defense has to do their best to keep them out of the end zone. That's the one thing you don't want to do. But if that's his alter ego and that's what makes him play better, just make sure you make that throw. That's all I'm saying. Just make sure you make that throw. You know what I mean? But I hope that I just want the best. I don't even care about the alter ego stuff. I just want what's best for JJ McCarthy. I feel like the best thing for him was what this game plan was. JJ McCarthy had the best play calling that he ever had in his career. It's not his talent. I think JJ McCarthy can make every throw for the most part. Because even veterans are not accurate all the time. So I'm expecting a second-year quarterback to not be accurate all the time. But JJ McCarthy got the best play calling of his whole entire career being a professional NFL player. I don't think it was anything. I don't think JJ McCarthy is as bad as what people were trying to make him seem to be. I don't. And I've been on the same talking points this whole entire time. I said it's not as much, it's more play calling than JJ McCarthy. And I hope KOC doesn't go back to the other play calling. Whatever he did to simplify the playbook, I hope he doesn't say, well, you did good this time. Let's add 100 more plays to that. No. Keep it the way it was. Establish the run and play off of that run game. And let your young quarterback get into rhythm and hit dimes left and right. That's what I want to see. I want to see JJ McCarthy for the rest of the season play as best as he can So when we go into this next season, we go on a little run, we have a little bit of momentum, and we can see what happens with this top 10 defense. Now, the only issue I have is we're probably not going to have Brian Flores. So we're going to have to figure out how to replace Brian Flores. That's going to be tough. That's going to be tough. So our defense might take a couple steps back. But I will say this was the best game I have ever seen JJ McCarthy play. I'm talking about consistently, not just one quarter. I'm talking about from the first to the fourth. He was absolutely terrific, in my opinion. Is he the best quarterback of all time? I'm not making him out to be, but I got to give him credit. If people can criticize him and say he needs to be more accurate and he needs to stop turning the ball over, then we can also, when he does something good, like today, he didn't turn the ball over one time, which I said he got to do that. He was accurate with the football for the most part, and he had a good game. I mean, dang. He said fire Crazy still. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what they're going to do with Crazy. Am I concerned about his drafting? Yes, but what I will say is this. I made that example about Ed Ingram. Ed Ingram is a top 7 guard right now, according to PFF. How was he good? How was he bad with the Vikings, but good with the Texans? How does that make sense? W. McCarthy, yeah. Them going to the Super Bowl four times and not winning has nothing to do with anybody besides the owner, media, and fans who have been there the entire time. Y'all take your personal stuff out on and blame it. No, I don't think that's maybe some fans, Ernie, but I don't go that far back, so I can't really tell you exactly why they lost those Super Bowls, those 4 Super Bowls, bro. But I will say this. A lot of fans are just not, I don't want to say not patient. A lot of fans are to the point right now where they just want to win, right? Think of it like this, Ernie. We're in the best division in football. Just my opinion. Just my opinion for all the people that are fans of other teams. I think the Vikings are in the best division in football, the NFC North. The most competition. You got the Bears, you got the Lions, and you got the Packers in front of us. How close are we to these teams? I think we're actually closer than what people think. The problem is this. We're in last place in our division. So a lot of Viking fans are just passionate fans. Don't get it twisted. It's not. We just want to win so bad. A lot of Viking fans just want to win so bad. I don't think it's anything personal. And for us to be in last in our division, I just think that's what it is. Who was the command? You know who the Commanders was. Quasi has built a pretty great win now roster for years. You tell me about this in last year's rookie class, but this year will potentially be the highest picks. Quarterback screwed y'all for years, and now is JJ. Yeah, Quasi has built a pretty good team to win now. I will admit to that, bro. Like, I don't disagree with that, but he made a lot of mistakes in the draft, bro. He made a lot of mistakes in the draft, in my personal opinion. Maybe, and then it's not even just his fault because I feel like it's deeper than just drafting a player. You got to develop a player. It's not just about drafting a top player or a 4th round pick, a 1st round pick, 2nd round pick. You got to develop these players into players that can win on your team because they're coming from college. You know what I mean? They're coming it's levels to the game. Like Meek Mill said, when you go from college to the NFL, you got to develop. So I'm not blaming everything on Crazy with the draft, but there was some picks where I'm questionable. The Kyle Hamilton, you draft Lewis Seen. Not saying Lewis Seen would be 100% a bust. He did get hurt, but he's not on this team no more. Andrew Booth. Who else? Some player. Ty Felton. Bro, why did we draft Ty Felton, bro? For him to be special teams? For him to get in garbage time minutes? Why did we draft Ty Felton when we could have drafted Andrew Makuba? Andrew Makuba should have been the guy we drafted at safety, bro. That's just my opinion. He started for the Eagles for a few games. And he's productive. He got like 2 interceptions. He's productive right now as a rookie on defense. In the 3rd round, we should have drafted him. There's other picks I can't name off the top of my head, but my whole thing is this. You are right. Quasi built a pretty darn good team. I love the Eric Wilson pickup. I'm not the biggest fan of Jonathan Allen, even though he did do some good things today. Hargrave, I'm not the biggest fan of him so far. He's all right. Yeah, all right. He did all right this game. He had a fumble recovery. But when you get rid of Harrison Phillips, when you get rid of Mekhi Blackman, why'd you get rid of Mekhi Blackman? Why'd you get rid of Harrison Phillips? Harrison Phillips is by far a better run stuffer than Jonathan Allen and Hargrave right now. That's just my opinion. But like I said, man, everybody got their opinions. I'm not saying my opinion is right. I'm just giving you my opinion. Whether you agree or not, that's up to you. But I'm just giving you my opinion. And Kwesi did make some mistakes. But he didn't do a lot of good things as well. People don't want to acknowledge that. They don't want to acknowledge that. But he did a lot of good things as well. Shout out to Queen. Well, shout out to you. Shout out to you. Out the pit. What's good, brother? Out the pit in the building. What's good with you? Shout out to you. Shout out to you. What happened, man? Oh, nothing happened. Oh, thank you. He said, "Are you all right?" I don't know what this guy's talking about. But yeah, shout out to everybody in the building, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Salute to everybody. Yeah, man. Like the Vikings are in a situation right now where they have a ready to win roster. The only issue that we have is our quarterback at the time wasn't ready to win. But I don't even think it's that. I think it's play calling. I don't even think it's JJ McCarthy, y'all. I really don't. I really think it's the head coach. The biggest problem on this offense is the head coach because he's the play caller. That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel. He said, my opinion, he said, talk that talk. I'm like, yeah, bro. He said, what did he say? My opinion is you should be a Rams fan. Nah, I respect the Rams, but I'm not being a Rams fan. I'm always going to be a Viking fan. I've been a Viking fan for a minute. I'm not hopping off no bandwagon. But I will say there's some surprise wins in the NFL. Not really surprised, but I'm going to keep it real, man. The Steelers, I called it. Steelers beat the Ravens 27-22. Wow. Good. For all the Steelers fans, that was a good dub. Y'all beat the Ravens in Baltimore. That's a good dub. Now, the Jags and the Colts. I didn't expect the Colts to get beat down like that. I'm not going to sit here and cap. But I'm wrong about a lot of things. I thought that my Sixers were going to win a championship last year. I was wrong about the Vikings this year. You know, I'm wrong about a lot of things about sports. But it is what it is. So the Colts got the brakes beat off of them by the Jags, 36-19. The Buccaneers lost to the Saints. How? I got that wrong, y'all. What the freak? How did that even happen, bro? That man lost. The Saints beat the dang on Bucks, y'all. A 2-10 team. Now they're 3-10. Beat a 7-16. This is what I be trying to tell people. It's any given Sunday. It's any given Sunday. Well, I was just talking about this. They're like, oh, you beat a bad team. Bro, a bad team just beat a solid / good team in the Bucks. Wow. That's what's up, man. Right now, the Broncos are beating the Raiders 21-7. I'm loving it. The Packers are beating the Bears. I did say the Packers were going to win. We'll see if that happens. The Rams are beating the Cardinals 24-10. Tonight is the Texans versus the Chiefs. We'll see who wins that. Seahawks beat the brace off the Falcons 37-9. Bengals lose to the Bills in a gut-wrenching loss in the last quarter. Josh Allen is just that guy. I did say the Bengals were going to win, but the Bills won 39-34. The Titans beat the Browns 31-29. Wow. Of course, my Vikings won 31-0. And then you got the Dolphins 34-10. Dolphins beat the Jets. Yeah, man, some shockers. Shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure you Super Hawk smash that like button. Super Hawk smash that like button and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We are going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. And I truly feel that way. Salute to each and every one of y'all that's in the building. Appreciate y'all vibing with your boy. You see that he said, my opinion is you should be. Daniel Jones injured his Achilles in the first quarter. Wow. Yeah, no, I seen that. Yeah, I did see that though. Right, you're right. You're right. The best thing Crazy ever did was sign Sam Darnold last year. The only draft pick he had that has been good is, or maybe honestly, yeah, yeah. But he did do some great. I know. I don't think that's 100% true though. I love the Sam Darnold signing. Um, I think the Jonathan Gernard was a good signing last year. Andrew Van Ginkel was a great signing. What about Andrew Van Ginkel, bro? What about Blake Cashman? Blake Cashman, Andrew Van Ginkel, Jonathan Gernard. Isaiah Rodgers had ups and downs, but he had a lot of ups this year as well. That was a good pick. Up. I think Will Fries is decent pickup. I think of course Jordan Addison was a good pickup. Donovan Jackson, offensive lineman, was a good pickup. I think Ed Ingram was a good pickup. But what happened? Two Evil said it perfectly. Two Evil said it perfectly, bro. He was talking about what you said, Two Evil. You said we don't develop players. He drafted Ed Ingram, y'all. And Ed Ingram is one of the best guards in the game. We didn't have to draft Donovan Jackson if we would have developed Ed Ingram. And if we would have used that first round pick instead of using it on a guard, we could have used that first round pick on another player, or maybe the best corner available, maybe the best safety available. But we don't develop. We don't develop. That's my biggest issue right now. That is my biggest issue right now, is developing. What's going on, Frozen? What's good with you, bro? He said those are floor signings. But at the end of the day, the GM makes the final decision. You know, I can't give Flores, like, I don't know, man. I get what you're saying, but he had to make the decision. Just like, because you could say that the Jordan Addison was Kevin O'Connell. You could say, I mean, I'm pretty sure he has some take in what he was doing. The Eric Wilson. I'm pretty sure Brian Flores said, yo, that was a good pick. That we should go get him, make give him his opinion. But still, the credit, I feel like, got to give it to Quasi, because guess what? Quasi made it happen. Whether it was his idea at first or not, Quasi made it happen. You know what I mean? Quasi made it happen. Yeah. Bears ain't doing so good right now. Yeah, the Bears, I know the Bears is losing. What's the Bears score right now? Bears are losing 14-3. It's still early though. They in the third quarter. It's still early. It's not like Quincy thought of those songs. Christian Watson hit the gritty on the Bears. Oh, that's crazy. Quasi needs to walk. Yeah. Browns wanted to lose. There is no way you run Wildcat as a 2-point conversion, especially after Shadir threw a dime to get you a touchdown. Hey, listen, I don't know. I gotta watch the highlights of that, but yeah. But I'm excited for what's going on with the with like what I seen the progression. I'm excited about it. Hopefully JJ McCarthy can keep it up. But man, what a good game. What a good game. If you're a Viking fan, you should be happy. Should be happy. Um Why'd you block Jimmy? Too evil. Why'd you block Jimmy? Browns wanted to lose. There is no way. Why'd you block him? The Bucks upset was insane. The Bucks upset was insane. Yeah, that right there was the biggest knock right now. Like for the Buccaneers to lose, what did they lose to the Jets? No, not the Jets. Who the Bucks lose to? Hold on. Oh, to the Saints. To the Saints. Oh, it's all good. It's all good. No, you're not blocked. You're not blocked. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. The Bucks upset was insane. You're good. You're good. Everybody's good. Everybody's good. Everybody's good. Saints. Saints 24 to the dang on 20. I can't believe it, man. But I would say this, man. I really to the point right now as a Viking fan is it's like I'm frustrated because it's just like why did they take so long to do this? Because you see the results when you have a decent offense, what the defense can do. Shut teams out. When you talk about the third down conversions, hold on, I wrote a note down, right? At this time, at 5 minutes and 41 seconds in the second quarter, the Minnesota Vikings third down conversion was 5 of 5. They were 5 of 5 going into pretty much the second half. There was only 5 minutes and 41 seconds left in the second, and they scored that touchdown. It was a 8-yard run by Jordan Mason. They were 5 of 5 on third down. Simply amazing. Simply amazing. I just don't know, like, where has this offense been all season? Yeah, I know. How did that even happen? I don't even know about him, Frozen. I don't even know anything about that guy. I'm not even going to sit here and lie to you. I don't know nothing about that guy. Like, it's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Trying to see something real quick. O-line stayed hurt all season. Yeah, the O-line did stay hurt all season. This was the healthiest they were this season, but, you know, like I said, man, next man up, you're going to have to figure it out. Like I said, the 49ers were hurt just like us, and they're one of the best teams in the NFC. But they got a good coach as well, a really good coach. So, I mean, shit. Yeah, they have a really good coach as well. So, but we'll see. We'll see what happens for the rest of the season. We do got the Cowboys. I think that's going to be a very good game. I can't wait to go against the Cowboys. I got a lot of Cowboy fans that are on this channel. They're going to be mad at me this week, but it is what it is. Ain't nothing personal. So I love all you Cowboy fans. We're going to beat the brakes off the Cowboys. We're going to beat the brakes off of y'all. What time is the game, y'all? What time is the Cowboys game, man? Because we're going to beat the brakes off the Cowboys this upcoming. This was it Sunday? What time we playing? What time we play the Cowboys? We about to be on week 16, y'all. I mean, week 15. I can't believe it. We play 8 o'clock, y'all. 8 o'clock. AT&T Stadium. 8 o'clock. Wow, we got prime time? They might need to change. Not trying to be mean, but they might need to change that. Hey, listen, I ain't trying to be mean. Listen, they need to switch the Lions and Rams to that time and had the Vikings at 4 or something. Like, I don't know about that. I'm being respectful. I don't know. They got this messed up. I ain't trying to be mean. I love my Vikings, but I'm keeping it real right now. Like, I don't know. I ain't really mad about it, but I'm just saying. Bears and Browns. Baltimore Ravens. I think the Chargers and Chiefs is a good game, but that game between the the Packers and Broncos or the Rams and Lions should be primetime game at 8:20. That's just my opinion. Yeah, Packers Bears week 16 is on Saturday. That's crazy. Hey, I heard the Minnesota Vikings just uh skunked the Washington Commanders 31. Yeah, bro. Buddy, have you seen the 49 schedule? No, I haven't seen the 49 schedule. Is it easy? Probably easy, ain't it? Probably easy. No, I haven't seen their schedule. Your offense looked good because you played one of the worst defenses in the league. Come on, nothing changed. You know what? And I agree with you, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and cap. I've been said that. I said my last live stream. I said, yo, if you gonna do good against a defense, this is the defense to do it against. Because they suck. They're not, I don't mean to say they suck. Because they're not that good, right? I'll say that. I said the worst defense is the Bengals, and the second worst is the Bucks. I mean, it's the Commanders. So Bengals worst, Commanders second worst. So I said if we can do good against them, we got to be able to do good against them. If we don't do good against them, then we need some answers from Kevin O'Connell. Definitely. I said, but it is a stepping block. You know what I mean? A stepping stone. Wait, we do good against them. We shut them out. They don't score nothing. We dominate them like we should. You know, any given Sunday. Just like I said, any given Sunday, y'all. Anything can happen. And the Vikings won. We'll see if we can continue this success, though, against a better quality team in the Cowboys. But the Cowboys defense ain't all that as well. So I think we can listen. Our defense is one of those like best defenses in the game. We might mess around and go to Dallas and beat them on primetime TV. I got a feeling, y'all. I don't think the Dallas really got them. They don't got a good defense. I got a feeling that we about to go to Dallas and beat them. Because I don't see their offense doing much against our defense. I'm saying that respectfully because I know they got one of the best offenses in the game. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. The Vikings finally beat the Braves over team, like you said. I know, right? It took week 14, bro. Yeah, too evil. He said, what up with Jefferson? 15 yards receiving in 2 weeks. Hey, you can't do nothing if the ball ain't being thrown to you enough. Justin Jefferson is probably pissed because he has gotten like no yards recently. He hasn't gotten nothing, bro. It's a wrap. It's a wrap for them yards. He ain't gonna get no 1,000 receiving yards this year. But y'all playoff chances are slim to none. Yeah, I don't really care about the playoffs, bro. I just want to see progression, though. That's all I want to see. I just want to see progression. I don't care about the playoffs. If we get there, I'll be hyped. I ain't gonna lie. Right now, I just want to see what we can do against the Cowboys next. But this was a good win against the Commanders. This was a very good win. Very good win. If they wasn't playing at home, I'll give it to y'all. But the Cowboys only win at home. The thing about it, though, bro, I think teams are going to underestimate us. And I think the Cowboys, they're Hollywood, in my opinion. And I feel like they're not going to show up against us. Maybe I'm wrong. But I just have a feeling. I already know their defense is not the best. They better at stopping the run than they was prior to that Michael Parsons trade. But at the end of the day, I think that they're going to get destroyed. I think our offensive line is going to destroy their defensive line. We're going to establish the run, and J.J. McCarthy is going to play good. I got a feeling, y'all. Maybe I'm wrong, though, because I'm wrong about a lot of stuff when it comes to this sports stuff, man. Sport talk, I'm wrong about almost everything, it seems like. I said my Sixers were going to do something. I said my Phillies were going to do something. I said my Vikings were going to do something, and I'm wrong about everything. So, listen, don't take my word for it. I'm just giving you my opinion. I think we're going to have a chance against the Cowboys, though. I really do. I feel like the Cowboys, they have a really good offense, but they're going against one of the best defenses. So that kind of like almost cancels out a little bit. And then we got our offense versus our not consistent offense versus their bad defense. So we'll see what happens. Get rid of JJ right now. If they wasn't playing, get rid of JJ right now. Progression and messing up all draft positions. Hey, you right. You might be right, but I look at it like this, Ingram. Let's look at it like this. What's the most important position in football? Quarterback. So if we know that if JJ McCarthy progresses and he looks like our franchise quarterback, that's all we really need right now. We just got to develop the talent. We got a lot of picks. Just because you draft high in the draft don't mean you're going to get a dog. You might, better than ever. Jalen Reagor, y'all drafted before us, right? Did y'all get a better player than us? We had Justin Jefferson, y'all had Jalen Reagor. So just because you draft before us doesn't mean you're going to get the best player. I'm just keeping it 1,000. I'm just keeping it 100. So it's about scouting. How good is your scouting team? How good is your developing team? And we'll go from there. Frozen, Vikings need a better quarterback. We'll see what happens for the rest of the season. I'm going to give them the rest of the season, and we'll see what happens. Maybe even the next season after that. We'll see. What's your hot take, bro? And I'm actually about to get off. Salute to everybody that's in the building. What's your hot take, my bro? What's your hot take? Tell me real quick. And shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Appreciate y'all. What's your hot take, bro? Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Appreciate each and every one of y'all. I am about to get off, man. God bless to each and every one of y'all again. Give you a few more seconds, Frozen. He said, if JJ McCarthy barely targets Justin Jefferson is going to want to leave the team. You know what? That's not even a hot take, bro. You talking facts. I feel like I'm 100% with you with that. We'll see what happens for the remainder of the season and see if JJ could find Justin Jefferson a little bit more. But I am excited about what JJ McCarthy did in this game. And I know there's going to be Viking fans that are going to disagree, and that's fine. It's fine. I think JJ McCarthy had a really good game, even against one of the worst defenses in the game. You still got to make the throws. They're still a professional team. And he did better than a lot of people expected. So we'll see. Dang it. Bears won. Minnesota to the April draft. All right, y'all. Be easy, man. I'm getting off. Have a wonderful day. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We are going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. And that's how I truly feel. Hey, you going through what we going through, Mr. Shea? Hey, we going through the same thing. But salute to you, man. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful day, BC, Frozen, Ingram, Chris for real, Tip Top, everybody that's been in and out to Evil, JD, LaCrown, everybody that's been in and out of the chat. Thank you so much for all y'all support. Until next time, peace out. I'm out.